What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy Willie Does Wrestling, back at it again with a brand new video. And AEW Double or Nothing was 2 days ago. I didn't have an opportunity to talk about it yesterday, so I'm going to talk about it today. Holy shit, what a pay-per-view that was. Listen, I know I've made a ton of videos shitting on AEW and everything in between, but that pay-per-view was probably one of the best pay-per-views AEW has ever produced. It was amazing from top to bottom. Yes, even the Mercedes TBS title win. Da. So we're going to go over it right now. We started off with the International Championship on the line. Will Ospreay versus Roderick Strong. A very fun match. I mean, what Will Ospreay match isn't a 5-star worthy match, huh, Dave Meltzer? But it was a fun match, fun back and forth match between the two. The Undisputed Kingdom tried getting involved on a few occasions. Will Ospreay was also reluctant in hitting the Tiger Driver 91. But either way, Will Ospreay was able to shockingly get the win. I thought the Undisputed Kingdom was going to cost Ospreay and it was going to be a DQ or something like that, because I thought it was way too early for Will Ospreay to win the international title, and I honestly thought Will Ospreay was going to potentially challenge for the world title at All In, but no. Will Ospreay got the win, and he is the brand new international champion, which, I mean, good job. I mean, he's wrestling all the time on free TV. Like, I'm not even mad about that. Like, if Will Ospreay's gonna win the international title and some point in the near future he challenges for the world title, I'm not mad at that at all. So, fair play to Will Ospreay for that. Then after that, Adam Cole came out and he cut a promo saying that, you know, he's still not medically cleared and, oh, the city sucks and all that shit. He pulled out the devil mask and all that. But then afterward, we got the return of the former AEW World Champion, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. The crowd popped so much. MJF hugged Adam Cole, hit a low blow, and then he says he's back and that no more Mr. Nice Bitch, basically. He also got a tattoo on his leg. AEW bet on yourself with a poker chip, and he basically says, oh, in terms of my contract status, where it's like the bidding war of 2024, I'm not fucking leaving. Which, I mean, we all expected, right? I didn't think MJF was gonna go to the WWE. MJF, he's AEW for life, man. Like, MJF, he is way better here on AEW, and it was very amazing to see him come back. They're clearly going to run back MJF versus Adam Cole at All In. They're going to do the rematch. I wouldn't be surprised if that match main events again. But who knows. Then we got the AEW Trios Championships on the line as Death Triangle challenges the Bang Bang Gang. They're not known as Bullet Club Gold anymore. They're just the Bang Bang Gang. Fun little match. I'm going to be quite honest, I didn't pay too much attention to this match. Juice Robinson ended up making his return, and Juice Robinson helped the Bang Bang Gang retain the AEW World Trios Championships. I'm going to be quite honest, the Trios Championships has sort of lost their hype and their prestige. I think they need way more focus, and they need to really book those championships better. But then again, Bullet Club Gold just recently became champions, and we got spared the terrible reign of the Acclaimed, who performed on the pre-show on this show. Then I believe it was Toni Storm versus Serena Deeb for the AEW Women's World Championship. I mean, easy title defense. Toni Storm retains. I'm going to touch base on this right now. I should have before. On the pre-show, Tony Khan confirmed that they're going to bring back the Owen Hart men's and women's tournament, and whoever wins the Owen Hart Cup, they are going to challenge for the AEW World Championship and the Women's World Championships at All In Wembley. And I wouldn't be surprised if Mariah May enters that tournament and ends up winning the whole damn thing. And in terms for the men's, my prediction is Hangman Adam Page. So yeah, Toni Storm retained, very obvious. I mean, they were going to have her lose here, so it is what it is. Then we had Orange Cassidy versus Trent Beretta, straight up wrestling match. Orange Cassidy ended up getting the win. But what happened afterward was very concerning because Trent Beretta then got up. He tried getting an interview and all that, and Trent Beretta was basically like, I'm done with this, I'm done. Like, I don't know if that means that they're trying to insinuate that Trent Beretta quits AEW, or if it's just, I'm done with this feud and he's going to move on like to other things. But I feel like if he would have quit AEW, we would have gotten a ton of news about it by now. So who really knows at this point? But it was very weird. Orange Cassidy getting the win. And then throughout the night, Don Callis got asked where it's like, hey, how's the relationship with Orange Cassidy going? Like, did he accept your offer to get into the Don Callis family? And Don Callis was just like, oh man, I don't know about that. I don't know. Speaking of Don Callis, member of the Don Callis family, Konosuke Takeshita took on Jon Moxley for the IWGP. Well, actually, in an IWGP World Heavyweight Championship Eliminator match. Fun little match between the two. I thought that maybe Takeshita was going to get the win since it was a title eliminator, and then we were going to get Mox versus Takeshita at Forbidden Door for the actual championship. That was not the case. Don Callis tried instructing Takeshita to get a bunch of chairs, but that ended up costing him as Jon Moxley ended up getting the win. Jon Moxley defeating Konosuke Takeshita, so it will be very interesting to see who might challenge Jon Moxley at Forbidden Door. I mean, will it be an AEW talent or will it be a New Japan talent? Like, it could be either one of the two because Jon Moxley's the IWGP World Champion, so he could either represent AEW or New Japan. So it could be quite interesting in my honest opinion. Now, I think this is where things are going to get a little bit out of order, so forgive me. I think next was the TNT Championship barbed wire steel cage match. Adam Copeland took on Malachi Black. Barbed wire steel cage was a little underwhelming for me. Like, I expected a lot more barbed wire, but it was still an extreme match. Very good exchange. Both men were bleeding a crap ton. A lot of very extreme spots. Then later on, the House of Black came out. Buddy Matthews and Brody King. And they hinted on joining Adam Copeland because the whole story was, okay, Adam, if you lose, you join the House of Black. But Adam Copeland says, hey, if I win, what if the house joins me? So Malachi and Brody and Buddy teased turning on Malachi Black, but then they ended up just hitting Copeland anyway. Then it turned into a 3-on-1. But then we got the return of Gangrel. Gangrel came out, hit a bunch of Impaler DDTs on the House of Black. Malachi hit a Black Mass, or I guess in AEW it's called The End. Hit The End on Gangrel, and then Adam Copeland took advantage with a spear and a crossface with some barbed wire for the win. So Adam Copeland retains the TNT Championship. And I saw a lot of people get like very, very mad at that because a lot of people are saying, oh, Malachi Black is buried and all that shit. And while I do agree, I think Malachi should have won the TNT Championship here. I mean, I'm not mad at it. Adam Copeland, they want to make his reign a little bit longer. What's the more interesting is Adam Copeland won the match, so are the House of Black now with him? I mean, they beat him in the match, so I'm very confused as to what is going on there, in my honest opinion, but it is what it is. Then it was the triple main event time. It was the TBS Championship match coming on first. Actually, I'm very shocked it didn't main event, as Mercedes Moné challenged Willow Nightingale for the TBS Championship. Very technical match. I think on Twitter they said that this is the longest AEW women's match in history. It sure as hell felt like it. A lot of focus on the injured ankle of Mercedes Moné. Mercedes tried going for Willow's leg as well. Around the end of the match, Stokely Hathaway and Chris Statlander tried helping Willow and ended up costing her, as Mercedes Moné hit the Money Maker, which is a weird little like razor's edge or turned into something. I don't fucking know. And she got the win for the TBS Championship. Mercedes Moné, in her first match, is the new TBS champion. And if you watched my last video, you would understand why I'm so mad at that, because her first match, she's been cleared for months and she's the new TBS champion. But never mind that. Afterwards, Chris Statlander ended up pushing Stokely Hathaway in the ring and tried helping Willow Nightingale out of the ring. But then, nope, Chris Statlander ends up turning heel on Willow Nightingale. And I think this is very interesting. I know a lot of people are saying there's too many heels in the AEW women's division, but I think when Jamie Hayter gets better and when Britt Baker comes back whenever, I think they're going to be baby faces. So I'm not all the more mad at Chris Statlander being a heel here. I'm actually very interested to see where this storyline goes, whether it leads to a TBS Championship triple threat or if it's just Willow and Chris Statlander one-on-one, and then maybe Chris goes on to challenge Mercedes. I don't know, but I'm very interested in this. And yes, Mercedes Moné is the new TBS champion. Sigh. Fucking hate it. That's the only low point of the show, in my opinion. Because why the fuck did we try having a ranking system if some lady is going to win a championship in her AEW in-ring debut? Absolutely fucking atrocious. Then we go on to the AEW World Championship matches. Christian Cage, my king, challenged Swerve Strickland. And of course, as you know, the Patriarchy tried getting involved a shit ton. Prince Nana also tried getting involved. I also like the entrance. Prince Nana doing the Warriors little bottle claw, come out to play. And then Swerve wearing Warriors-inspired gear. I thought that was a very nice touch. So the Patriarchy tried screwing Swerve Strickland in this match. Christian came very close to winning the title. Prince Nana and the Patriarchy ended up getting ejected from ringside. And then Swerve ended up hitting an amazing house call in order to retain the AEW World Championship in that match. Also, I just realized I didn't talk about the FTW triple threat match between Chris Jericho, Hook, and Katsuyori Shibata. That's how forgettable some of the matches can be. I mean, a Chris Jericho match being the most forgettable match on a show? Holy shit. I'm so shocked. I know I was going to get a lot of comments shitting on that. But yeah, let's talk about the FTW Championship match before we get to the Wicked main event. So, very fun, classic FTW rules match. A lot of extreme spots. We had tables, we had trash cans, we even had shit ton of dice. Big Bill tried getting involved. He ended up getting put through the table, and it looked like Hook was going to win the championship. But then a masked wrestler came out and attacked Hook and Shibata, and ended up being revealed to be Brian Keith, the other guy in that number one contenders match this past Wednesday on Dynamite for the number one contendership for the FTW Championship. So Brian Keith is the third man in the learning tree, and that allowed Chris Jericho to hit a Judas effect on Hook and pin Shibata to retain the FTW Championship. I mean, cool. I don't know where you're going to go from here. I mean, because FTW, it's either someone else and then Hook. Hook is the only guy in the FTW division, so they're clearly going to do Hook and Jericho again, probably at Wembley. I don't think it's needed, but hey, it is what it is. And also, little personal note for Jericho, maybe stop wearing trunks, buddy. Then we go on to the main event, Anarchy in the Arena, as the Elite took on Team AEW, which was Bryan Danielson, FTR, and Darby Allin. Very, very good match. We started off with Darby Allin's music playing, and they all brawled. Then it was like, no, cut that music. Young Bucks music started playing. Bryan then says, no, cut that shit. Final Countdown starts playing. I popped so hard for that, where everyone's fighting all over the arena with fucking Final Countdown playing. Fuck yes. We even had a funny moment where the Young Bucks was just like, no, cut that shit. It cost me $200,000 every time it plays. I thought that was a very nice touch. We had a moment where Jack Perry and Darby Allin were fighting at some sort of parking lot, and then Jack Perry was driving some sort of bus, and then hits a pile of garbage that's insinuated to be Darby Allin, basically insinuating this is the second time in the span of 2 months Darby Allin got hit by a bus. Like, Jesus Christ. This man's immortal. And then later on in the match, Jack Perry grabs Tony Khan. Yeah, Mr. Tony Khan, that says, I don't want to be an on-screen character in AEW. Oh, but he's part of the storyline. It doesn't matter. Try grabbing Tony Khan and brought him out. Then Darby Allin, the immortal little fuck, brings out that flamethrower that he had on Dynamite and sets Jack Perry on fucking fire. That was insane. Then everyone gets back in the ring. The Elite ends up taking control. They end up tying Darby Allin up and hanging him like a little bit above the canvas. And then they brought out their Reebok shoes that was available to buy yesterday, I think. Yesterday. With some thumbtacks on it. And ended up super kicking Darby Allin and kicking every member of the Elite. Bryan Danielson tried getting back in the match doing psycho knees. But the Elite ended up taking control, more specifically Jack Perry. Jack Perry pins Bryan Danielson, and the Elite reigns supreme to end the show. I loved this match. I fucking love this match. There was even a part of the match where Kazuchika Okada had a street sign that said, "This is Rainmaker Drive," and then runs over at one of the members of FTR. There was even a part where Darby Allin jumped off a balcony there. But it was a very good match, mixed in with lots of different music, Final Countdown appearance, a lot of extreme spots. Everybody did amazing, and I was in love with this match. Say what you want about the Elite, say what you want about AEW. Even with Tony Khan looking like a fucking clown out there, it didn't matter to me. That was a perfect main event and stole the fucking show for me. So that was AEW Double or Nothing. This would probably rank in my top 2 favorite AEW pay-per-views of all time, mixed with Revolution 2023, and then actually All In. So Double or Nothing 2023 is my 3rd favorite AEW pay-per-view of all time. Double or Nothing 2024, I should say. Fucking Christ. So yeah, I very much enjoyed the show. A lot of amazing returns, some title changes, some unexpected moments, and everyone giving it their all. I loved this show. Definitely worth ordering at the last minute in order to watch it. But ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts on AEW Double or Nothing 2024? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are new here, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to turn post notifications on so that way you never miss an upload. And until next time, this has been your boy Willie Does Wrestling. I will see you in the next video. Be good people and peace. Later.